What was Donald Trump doing? Donald Trump was at the UFC fight. I did a video this morning which showed that Dana White had to hold Donald Trump's hand because Trump's physically and mentally deteriorating so quickly. But then Donald Trump went up to one of the UFC fighters during the fight and said how handsome he was. Like, Trump was like hitting on the UFC fighter. I just want you to try to wrap your head around this, right? While the United States was in this critical negotiation, and Trump sent these negotiators to act in bad faith in Islamabad, Pakistan. Trump was at a UFC fight, like hitting on, does he want to like date the fighters? Like, you're so handsome, you're so good looking, oh, you're so strong and muscular. Here, play this clip.
Thank you. What you doing? You're a beautiful guy. Great fighter. Thanks, sir. Put me some more than you win this top fight. I'll give you a hundred. You look so good. You're too good looking to be a fighter. You are some fighter. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I just had to show that to you because what is happening with our country? What has happened to? I mean, this is absolute madness. And again, I don't care.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Has given all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. And as you see in this clip, man, okay, breaking news. Trump is gay, okay? Trump is gay, man. All right, you seen the Epstein files. You know, it came out that he blew Bill Clinton and whatnot. You know, and really all these Babylonians, okay, these modern day Egyptians, and it made me think about it too, man. You know, a lot. If you don't have, Yahweh Shem Yahushai and following the guidelines and commandments and statutes of the Yahweh Shem Yahushai and following godly principles, what's to stop you from becoming gay? What's to stop you from, entertaining those demons? And as you've seen in this clip right here, basically this guy Trump, he's flirting, with one of these UFC fighters, a grown man, flirting with him, touching his leg. This is like what a man would do to a woman. Okay, he's doing it to a man, and that just go to show you that this place got to be destroyed, man. All right, what Trump does behind the scenes and behind closed doors, it's a shame to speak of. All right, and it's no different than the rest of these Babylonians. Let's grab this precept real quick. All right, it says Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1, it says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Right? You telling a grown man how beautiful he is, and rubbing on his leg, and you're too beautiful to be a fighter. Like, come on, bro, that's out of order, man. Any man talking to another man in that type of spirit, that's out of order. Okay, that's wickedness. That's you basically lusting after another man. And we know what the scriptures say about homosexuality, man. And it's supposed to be a so-called God-fearing country, which we know it's not the God of the Bible. Okay? We know it ain't the God of the Bible. But in these last days, bro, hey, we gonna start seeing a lot more, Moism going on, man. Okay? It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. Yeah. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And this is why you see, America is just full of, sodomitish tendencies, man. Okay. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inherited. And this is why America got to be destroyed. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over one that is profitable. Now here you are, you got this so-called, president, all right, whatever you want to call him. Look, touching the guy's leg and stuff. Let me bring it back.
Do you want to like date the fighters? Like, you're so handsome, you're so good looking, oh, you're so strong and muscular. Here, play this clip.
Thank you. What you doing? You're a beautiful guy.
You're a beautiful guy. What? Why would you call another man beautiful, bro? And that show you that these guys are weird. And I, certain people you'll see throughout your daily life, certain men, that look straight, don't look like they roll that way, but they roll that way. You got down low dudes, okay? And the people in your government is no different, man. Okay, I remember they had a when that what's the name? That Charlie Kirk funeral happened. They said in that area where they had that Charlie Kirk funeral, they said that basically that app, it's an app called Grindr, and it's like a dating app for gay people. But they said that app pretty much froze. It shut down because there was so much traffic going to that app while they were there. Okay, let me go right here real quick, and we're gonna just making these points, bro, because this show you that the Lord got to destroy this place. It's clear as day. Okay, it's clear as day, man. Bear with me 1 second. Here we go. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example, or which means an example unto those that should live ungodly." So if you're living that lifestyle, that's ungodly, man. Okay, that's not of the Heavenly Father. That's of the devil. "And delivered just like." And what does this guy Trump just do recently? First of all, he said praise Allah on Easter. We know Easter's bullshit too. But then he recently made a post of him portraying himself as Jesus. So these godless heathens, these godless Edomites, they don't even believe in God, and that's why they don't follow godly principles. Okay. "And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked." And that's us today. We're vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. When you see a grown man, hit on another grown man, that should piss you off, and much less your president. Okay? You had niggas out there voting for this individual. You don't know what this guy was in the Epstein files. He visited that island over 40 times. He was maybe not best friends, but close friends with that guy Epstein. Okay? And the Lord is exposing all the wickedness that they was doing over there. So these individuals are very sick, bro. And your average Edomite is a Mo anyways. Your average Edomite male is, a cuck, a Mo. Look at that guy, Adam 22. Prime example. You want to watch your wife get plowed by a big black man because these dudes are weird, bro. What happened to us in slavery? They were buck breaking us. Okay. It says, Salakia. Let me read this. "For the righteous man dwelleth among them, and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." Yes, imagine sitting by that altar, that situation that just happened. I just showed you, man. And you just happen to overhear him flirting with this guy. It's weird, bro. It's weird. Okay. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 6 in the AMP. "And if he condemned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah to destruction by reducing them to ashes, having made them an example to those who would live ungodly lives thereafter, and if he rescued righteous Lot, who was tormented by the immoral conduct of unprincipled and ungodly men." And that's the thing. This is what's been pretty much appropriated here in America to be immoral, unprincipled, and ungodly. Okay, this is what's allowed here in America. "For that just man, while living among them, felt his righteous soul tormented day after day by what he saw and heard of their lawless acts." And that's us, bro. We're getting tormented day by day by hearing and seeing this stuff, seeing Moes. Okay, grown ass men dressed like women. It's just weird. "Then in the light of the fact," Salakia. Now let me see. It says, "Then in light of the fact that all this is true, and be sure that the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trial, and how to keep the unrighteous under punishment until the day of judgment." You see? So the Lord got special judgment set up for this place, man. Okay, let's grab this too. This blue letter, man. All right. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. "And if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them." So if you living like that lifestyle, you think it's cool or cute, it's supposed to be a judgment for that, man. All right. Two men, you know, getting together, you know, and this guy was just talking to him. Oh, I'm glad of what you're doing. And what are you glad? What are you, you know, congratulating this guy on what he's doing for? He's not doing nothing good. Okay. But, you know, you got to sit here and listen to this guy flirt with another man while he's leading his country into nuclear war. That show you that the Lord ain't dealing with these people, bro. Okay. And ultimately, he gonna have to just get rid of them. You know, do away with this place altogether. All right, and we all for it because it is desperately wicked, man. But let me read this again. It says, if a man lies intimately with a male as if he were a woman. Yeah, and that's how he was flirting with that guy, as if he was a woman. You know, and we heard these, you know, Biden whispering in people's ear and shit. And then, you know, Trump, you heard Trump when he tried to flirt with a woman. That's how he was talking to that man. And that's the same thing that was going on in Rome. Okay, they had boy lovers. If a man lies intimately with a male as if he were a woman, both men have committed a detestable, perverse, unnatural act. They shall most certainly be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. This is why judgment is coming. Shalom, coming sure Allah about all. Praise to edifying to the full.